The suffragettes, who they were and why they fought. A long time ago in the UK, women were not allowed to vote. Only men could decide who ran the country, which meant women had no say in the laws that affected their lives. This idea seems unfair now, but back then it was completely normal. How the fight for votes began. Women started asking for the right to vote in the 1800s. The very first petition asking Parliament to let women vote was sent in 1832. Over time, local groups of women teamed up to campaign for change. These groups joined together in 1897 to form the National Union of Women's Suffrage Societies, NWSS. Their leader was Millicent Fawcett, and they became known as the suffragists. The suffragists believed in peaceful methods, writing letters, making speeches, holding meetings, trying to persuade politicians. But progress was painfully slow. The suffragettes arrive. By 1903, some women felt the peaceful approach wasn't working. So Emmeline Pankhurst and her daughters created a new group, the Women's Social and Political Union, WSPU, known as the Suffragettes. Their motto, deeds, not words. This meant actions, not just talking. What did the suffragettes do? At first, they planned to use civil disobedience, breaking small rules to draw attention to their cause. But when the government continued to ignore them, some suffragettes turned to more dramatic and sometimes violent actions. Examples included protests that stopped traffic, breaking windows, setting fire to empty buildings, chaining themselves to railings. One famous Welsh suffragette, Margaret Haig Thomas, even blew up a postbox in Newport as a protest. She was arrested and went on hunger strike, refusing to eat. Later in life, she became Lady Rhonda, a successful businesswoman and journalist. Then the First World War changed everything. By 1914, women still didn't have the vote. But when World War I began, many men left to fight, and women stepped into their jobs for the first time in history. Women worked in shops, offices, farms, munitions, weapons factories, even near the war front, non-fighting roles. They proved they could work as hard and as well as men in almost every field. The result? In 1918, after the war, the government finally began granting women the right to vote. At first, only some women could vote, those over 30 who met certain conditions. It wasn't until 1928 that women finally gained equal voting rights with men.